Welcome back to our Smith Street series where we answer your questions and post them weekly on Fridays in the afternoon, so stay tuned. This week's question was asked, what do I need to buy a house? And so no better person to answer that question is Jeff Tufford with Epic Mortgage, and he's here to answer your question. So Jeff?
Thank you. Okay, so there's a lot of confusion about some of the terms with the money you need to close. There's obviously down payment, there's closing costs, and a lot of times closing costs is used as like an all-inclusive term, which is actually incorrect because there's also prepaid. So I'll break those three down one at a time. So down payment, there's a lot of different programs. A lot of people think you need 20% down. There is a zero down program. There's actually two. One's for veterans and one's for those buying homes that are, we say the word rural, but you wouldn't think of them as rural. Like even right here in Davison, you can be in the city of Davison and you're included in that group as being able to be get a rural financing or RD. Sometimes it's called USDA as well, because that's who runs that program. Then there's a VA program, which is for veterans. There's no restrictions on any of the other ones as far as where they're at, whether it's VA or FHA or any of those. So those are your two down payment ones though, or zero down payment, sorry. VA and USDA, which is also called RD. Then there's also FHA, which is 3.5% down. There's conventional, which has a couple of 3% down options, and then usually they start at 5%, is the typical one. But you don't need 20% down, so that's a good thing. Now, keep in mind that you do have mortgage insurance if you don't have 20% down on a conventional, and then all government loans have some form of mortgage insurance. They don't call it that, but some form. So that's your down payment.
Right.
Now there's closing costs, which are your fees to the title company, getting an appraisal. There's sometimes a water test, different things like that. And those are actual fees. So those are what you're being charged by the lender, other third parties. All right, and then last is prepaids. So prepaids, one thing that's a little confusing about that is the insurance. So some people get kind of confused when they have to pay for their insurance up front and then they're also paying it in their payment. And the reason for that is you pay for 1 year at a time. So you pay up front when you close for 1 year, and then you're putting a couple months into the escrow, and every payment also puts another month in there. And then 12 months later, you have enough money in there. Same thing goes for taxes, and then you're paying the seller back for taxes that they've prepaid. So those are your prepaids. So all those three things together, closing costs, prepaids, and down payment, are what you need to have ready to buy a house. Now, what we like to do is when someone wants to make an offer on a house, we will actually run those numbers on that particular house so they can see from us exactly what they're going to need and determine with you if that'll work, if they can ask for seller help, if that's available, those kind of things.
Excellent. Appreciate your time and answering
Anytime.
your questions. Thank you. And for more answers, you can message Jeff on Facebook, right? You have an Epic Mortgage page. Feel free to message him with any further questions. Please feel free to share this post or continue to comment and send in your messages. We look forward to seeing you again next week. Take care.